Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Made it to the end of another week. Hope everybody has some fun plans for the weekend. I am going down to Pensacola tomorrow to run a couple of errands and meet up with somebody. And weather's good today, and life is good in general. So let's get to it. Today I want to talk about favorite thing about my raw food diet. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button now, and then click on the little bell and check send notifications, and come back and check out some more of my content. I was thinking about this the other day. I forgot what sparked the idea in my head, but somebody was talking about something on Instagram, and I just started thinking about the things that I enjoy about my raw food diet. And there's a number of things. There's a number of things. I could go on and on and on. But I think the number one thing that just still amazes me after 8.5 years on this lifestyle is that I can eat all I want. I'm never hungry. Never hungry. Never had that before in my life. I'm not the person. I like to state this over and over and over again so people don't think like, well, you were just somebody that had a good metabolism or you never had a problem with weight before. I didn't have what I call like a problem with weight, but I didn't just I couldn't eat anything. I gained weight. I was like a lot of people. I'd gain that 20 pounds, sometimes 30 pounds, lose it, go up and down, 10, 15, 10, 15. But it wasn't super easy when I did lose weight. It was mostly through discipline and will, which I don't like to have to use those type things. So when I came to this raw food diet, it's just, in the beginning, I'm like, okay, well, this won't last forever. What's up with this? I'll get used to this. But it's still 8.5 years later. I seriously I can eat all I want all the time. Now, somebody might say, well, no, I can't do that. I don't have the same experience. Well, then it may depend on what you're eating. It's the choices that I make in how I put my raw food diet together. Just saying somebody does a raw food diet, your mileage may vary on that, because there are a lot of people out there that, I'm sorry, if you're doing a raw food diet, you're going to release most of the weight. You're going to detox the things. If you're not, it's the things that you're keeping in your diet. How much fat are you eating in there? What kind of foods are you including? Are you getting a wide variety of the things you need to get? So it's not just as simple as just saying a raw food diet. Oops, excuse me, lost my trusty notes. It can come down to how are you doing your raw food diet. And I have kept my raw food diet, without being a fanatic, fairly clean over these 8.5 years. You guys know I'm not a fanatic because I include a little bit of cooked food in mine. I just had a salad a little while ago and had some little red steamed potatoes on there. And you guys probably tired of hearing me talk about this. I've been talking about this for years now, or actually the last couple of years, because for the while there I was okay just being ridiculously skinny, malnourished looking, but I've been trying to put weight on these last couple of years and really have put a push on it the last year or so. And it's hard. It's hard. Now, if you'd have told me that 20 years ago, that there's a way of eating, never being hungry, eat it and being satisfied with your food. That's another thing too. I'll get to that in a minute. But being satisfied with your food, eating all you want, no limit, and you can maintain your weight, I would have been like, you're out of your mind. But that's what it is. And it's not, like I say, I'm not eating things just to be eating them that I don't enjoy. I thoroughly enjoy every single thing that I eat. Now, granted, if you follow me on Instagram, if you watch videos here of what I eat in a day, a lot of people need a little bit more excitement in there, and that's just them, and that's just me, the way I do things. I'm lazy with food. I've always been lazy with food. I was lazy with food before I started doing this lifestyle. So some things don't change just because you change the way you eat. But I enjoy my food every single day. I look forward to the certain things I eat every single day. Tell me this. What other diet, health system, way of living, way of eating can you eat your fill in ice cream? Every day. If you want it for breakfast, you can have it for breakfast. If you want it for dinner, you can have it for dinner. If you want to have it an hour before you go to bed, you can have it an hour before you go to bed. Not optimal, but you can do it and still, maintain health, still maintain, the weight you desire, and be satisfied. because that's what I do. I eat big bowls of ice cream every single day. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. I go overboard with ice cream photos on Instagram. My green smoothie, I know I've talked about this ad nauseum too, but there's always new people. Even this green smoothie that you'll see me make from time to time, which I use. But my standard is kind of like these days, per that last one where I'm using trying to get my blackstrap molasses, my chia seeds. I would say my standard green smoothie right now is bananas, kale, chia seeds, a little bit of cacao, tablespoon of blackstrap molasses, and what else? And usually a little bit of either Daily Green Boost or spirulina in there. And I make those. And that's not, and now to a lot of people, you might be saying, ugh, ugh. And a lot of people might have to actually slug that thing down and kind of just work their way through it. For me, that is joy. That is pleasure. I love, love, love my green smoothies. I just had a little flashback through. I remember the last year I was on that mountain in Costa Rica. I had some guests come visit. They were vegan, raw vegan at the time, and they had like a 2.5-year-old. And one day I had made that green smoothie, and he comes up to me, and he always wanted to eat everything I was eating while they were visiting. He's like, Jack, give me some of that. Jack, give me some of that. Saw me making this smoothie, and he said, I want some of that. And I'm like, yeah, you think you do? I'm like, all right, let me pour you a little cup. Dude, poured little dude a cup. He just sucked it down. He was into that. So at least there's one other person that enjoys my smoothies. But I love my smoothies. I love my salads every day. And even when I get into these patterns, where like in my Instagram stories where it looks like I'm just on repeat, a lot of days that's, they'll change up a little bit. Like I'll use a different salad dressing, usually one of Raw Food Romance's. I use her stuff way more than I use mine, but a lot of days will consist of pretty much the same thing. Ice cream, big green smoothie, big salad. Now it varies because with the ice cream I'll use different flavors, different things in there. Like this morning I had my current favorite, which is chocolate pecan. Now think about that. Think about what I'm just saying. Maybe you stumbled into this. I'm eating chocolate pecan ice cream for breakfast. Okay, a lot of people worry too much about the sugar content. And yes, it's not exactly proper food combining to throw some fat in with the fruit, but it works for me. And I don't do that all that often. Usually my nice creams have a little bit of cacao in there, a little bit of cacao nibs, but the point being is there's no deprivation on this lifestyle. If you will get some of these things out of your raw food diet that are not working for you, you can have the same results. Listen, I'm an idiot. I'm an old drunk that probably wouldn't have the patience to stay with this lifestyle if it was complicated, if it took a lot of work, or if I was constantly having to prepare food. But I just figured out a few basics for myself early on. And like shampooing your hair, I just like wash, rinse, repeat every day, over and over. And I haven't gotten tired of it yet. I'm kind of in a holding pattern yet till I get back to the tropics, and I've been getting the juices flowing a little bit lately, talking to a good buddy of mine that's still down in Costa Rica. He's been down there for about 20 years. Good friend of mine reached out to me. These days it's been rough these last couple of years with the isolation, so I've really appreciated a couple of old friends reaching out to me. Hopefully when all this pandemic stuff's over and I can travel again, hopefully I'm going to bounce down and see him and hang out in that part, because he's in a very nice area of Costa Rica as well. And when I get back to the tropics, then yes, the way I'm eating will change again. And you can always go see how things change here. Like if you go and search what I ate today or what I eat in a day videos, probably a lot of different periods will come up. You'll probably get some from when I was at the beach in Costa Rica. Ate very differently at the beach in Costa Rica than I do here, because I had fruit all the time, fresh fruit available all the time. Then I moved to the mountain in Costa Rica. I had even more fruit available there. So I've done what I eat videos in there, the 2 locations in Costa Rica, and then here. So you'll see as soon, and eventually, boom, I'm back down in the tropics. Everybody keeps asking, well, are you going back to Costa Rica? When are you going back to Costa Rica? Who knows? Who knows? Somewhere in the tropics, Latin America, maybe Colombia. I've always been kind of interested in Medellin, but back to that though. Once again, the favorite thing about my raw food diet is that just like that, I can eat all I want all the time. It's simple. The simplicity would be a close second to it. The simplicity is a very, very, very close second to that because I don't have to put a lot of thought into this. I mean, I've done diets in the past, and granted, in the past when I was doing diets, they were more, there wasn't as much health involved as there was just, you know, losing the weight. But I've done diets in the past and there was not that kind of, you know, I just didn't have the options that I do with this lifestyle. So to finish this up, if you think if you've attempted a raw food diet, if you want to do a raw food diet, if you're currently struggling on a raw food diet, if you're struggling on a raw food diet, you don't need to be. You just need to learn a few tips and tricks for your specific area maybe, but you don't need to be struggling on this raw food diet because, like I say, I'm not some, you know, enlightened master that just has some discipline to do this lifestyle. I'm quite the opposite. But anyhow, thought I'd just end the week on a little light one like that and tell you why I do what I do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If y'all like it, please give me a thumbs up. And have a great weekend, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Peace.